guys! So it is the start of my second week of holiday vlogging, and I figured I could wrap some presents while chit-chatting with you guys to start this whole thing out. I don't know if this is kind of odd, but wrapping presents is like one of my favorite holiday things to do. I've always loved it since I was a kid. My husband was definitely telling me that it's weird last night. He's like, who likes to wrap presents? But I do. I just love wrapping presents for whatever reason. So we're going to hang out. We're going to wrap some presents, and I'm going to kind of get us started into this vlog. First present up is this science lab for my daughter. It comes with 20 different little experiments, like a volcano, maybe some crystal gem making or something. Oh, you can make a lava lamp. So there's just some fun activities for us to do with her in here. And so I'm gonna wrap this guy up. So it is Monday. I didn't really vlog much yesterday. If you caught my last vlog, I was studying all weekend for my final. So, I mean, that's just not very exciting. So I didn't really vlog very much. I did end up watching Christmas Chronicles 2. It's like a newer kids type movie with my daughter. I haven't seen those before, so that was fun. Those were cute. I like the Santa character. He's all, we don't say ho ho ho. That's made up. And I'm not a big fat round guy, and he gets all mad. So it's fun. Oh, no. Okay, well, I just made a really awful mistake. I can't believe I just did that. So I just cut my ring light cord. So yeah, that was smart. I just tried to open up some windows. I'm hoping that'll give us enough lighting for right now. And I guess I'm gonna have to get a new ring light soon. That was not very smart of me. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I watched the Christmas Chronicles yesterday. Reading wise, I read a couple chapters of my book yesterday, but I'm really not that far. So at the moment, I am reading Wild at Heart, which I know is not like a super Christmassy book. I'm trying to read a lot of Christmas stuff. The main reason I was trying to get this one from my libraries was because she came out with a novella, Forever Wild. These are both by K.A. Tucker, and they're like follow-ups to The Simple Wild. And the Forever Wild one is like a holiday little novella with Jonah and Kala, and I just love them. But I hadn't read the second book yet, and so I wanted to read that one to hopefully get to Forever Wild. So I'm in the middle of reading Wild at Heart. And it's really sweet and cute, and you're just watching Jonah and Kala as they kind of build their relationship, and they are just, you know, trying to learn how to live together and have a relationship, and I just definitely can see some similarities in me and my husband, and they have a lot of banter back and forth, and they tease each other and mess with each other, and it's just kind of fun and cute, and I just very much enjoy it. I definitely would say there's not like a ton of action in this book. Like, it's definitely more of like a character-driven relationship kind of study, talk, whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. I'm also listening to Christmas at the Little Knitting Box still. And this one's cute. I haven't really had time to listen much to it though, so, oh man. I'm a mess right now, man. Cut this a little too short, probably because I got stressed about freaking cutting through my thing. Okay. Anyways, so I don't think I'm very good at this wrapping presents and talking at the same time thing. There it is, first one. So anyways, Christmas at the Little Knitting Box is very cute, fun little Christmas story where we have our main character. She runs the Little Knitting Box in New York City. And we also have our male main character, and he is recently divorced, has a couple kids. They both haven't really like been in the relationship game, but they meet at a friend's party and they kind of start dating. And they both have their own individual stuff going on. It's cute so far. I haven't really gotten very far into them. I think I'm probably like maybe 20-25% into that one. And I'm about a third of the way through Wild at Heart. So you guys will see more updates on that through the week. And then I have a lot of other Christmas books that I have in mind that I'm hoping to get to. And oh yeah, I am officially done with school. Okay, what do you want? I'll show you a couple of the other gifts that I've got going here. We got, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a little canopy to go above my daughter's bed, and it's pink with little hearts. That's kind of fun. And she's into Spinel. I don't know, it's like some show thing with everybody, all the characters are like around a different gem, and so she wanted like gems and stuff. So I thought this would be kind of fun. She could like break these open and have these cool little geodes and stuff. We also got her some scented markers because she loves scented markers. She talks about using them at school all the time, but we haven't had any at home. And then we have this little guy, which is like those black papers, and you like scratch them, and then they have color underneath, and you can like draw some cool little designs and stuff. Okay, but the next thing I think I'm going to wrap is this little guy. It is some wireless earphones. This is for my brother, and so I've got this little guy. We're going to try and make that work. So this morning, though, I took my final for my nursing semester. I'm in my second semester. Actually, I'm officially out of my second semester. It feels so good to be done. I am so excited to have a break from school. It's been so much. And I passed my way through the second semester, and I'm really happy with how I did on my tests. And I just, it feels really good to be done with that. And that also means I get to do more fun things like wrapping presents. And I think we're going to go look at Christmas lights this week, one night, and drive around. And I'm going to have more time for reading, and it's just going to be wonderful. So I'm really excited, and I hope that it makes this week's vlog awesome. So this week, I also am wanting to really like get way ahead with some of my filming for the month. Because next week is the week before Christmas, and I don't know, like, I feel like it's going to be really busy that week, with just stuff for Christmas and making sure we're all good. I don't know, I might have some time. We were originally planning on trying to take a little miniature trip right before Christmas, but now everything's kind of shut down again. We don't think that's really going to happen. But my husband's going to be home most of that week, and I never can get as much done when he's home. I don't know if you guys are married and you have this issue, but I feel like if he's home, nothing gets done. And if he's not, then I can just like blast through a whole bunch of stuff. Probably because I just want to like hang out with him and do stuff with him or whatever. But so I just don't know that a lot's going to get done that week. And then the following week, I'm supposed to be headed out with my daughter. We're going to go visit my parents for a few days and stay with them and just enjoy some holiday time with them because we don't get to see them very much. And so I'm really excited about that, but that means that the next couple weeks are going to be really busy, so I'm going to try and get ahead this week on all of that. So I think that's enough of me chit-chatting and doing these presents. And so I got 2 presents done, and I ruined my ring light. So yay! I'll talk to you guys when I have more to update. So tonight we have a board meeting happening. My daughter currently is in a hybrid for her school, and they're talking about if they want to go back more or stay with the hybrid come January and such. So watching the live show for all of that goodness and see what happens. I might kind of read while they're blah blah blahing around, and I gotta take the little munchkin to bed here in a minute. But that's what's happening at the moment.
I got it. How about this? The Molinator. The Molinator. I like it.
Well, hello. It is Tuesday morning and I have a little bit of reading updates for you guys. I just got home from some grocery shopping and I'm going to put all of that stuff away in just a moment. While I was at the grocery store, I was listening to my audiobook, Christmas at the Little Knitting Box. So I'm a little over halfway through that now. And so far I'm feeling like it's okay. Like, it's cute, but just nothing is really happening very much. I'm definitely ready for a little bit more of that romance. Right now we're just following the two characters in their very separate thoughts and feelings, and they haven't fully decided that they are ready to move on from their other lives. And I don't know, it's just ready for things to start happening. So hoping some more action comes in soon and all this buildup will be for good things. Yesterday I didn't get to read very much because last night when I usually read is mostly at night, and I was listening to the board meeting about my daughter and if she's going to be going back to school more than she is right now. She's on a hybrid program right now where half her class goes in the morning and half in the afternoon. She's in kindergarten, so they're only doing that with like the kindergarten and first graders right now. And the other kids are on a hybrid where they go either Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday, and then they swap Mondays. And it's been working good for us. She gets to go to school for a couple hours. It's made a really big difference. Like within a week of her going back to school, like I could see she was learning so much more than she ever did online. Online was just super, super hard. And so there was a lot of discussion. It was like midnight and I turned it off. They didn't finish till like 2:30 in the morning, deciding what they were going to do, just going back and forth with so many different things, you know, the kids' mental health, the academic side of it, as well as just keeping everybody physically safe and social distancing and just so much to talk about. So it was good that they really took the time to decide what they're going to do. As of right now, nothing's changing for my daughter because she's already in the AM/PM thing, but they are going to have the rest of the students go to an AM class and then a PM class. And so the kids can all go 5 days a week, and they're hoping that will help with motivation for the other half of their day when they have to be online and whatnot. And then by April, at the latest, we'll be back to a full 5 days a week, full-time schedule. So hopefully then, by then, the surge will be over and things will be looking good and the vaccine will be moving a little bit more and that kind of good stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to pop on and say, hey, I think I should be able to get some reading in later. All I can think of right now is I need to undo these groceries. I have to pick up my daughter here soon, and then I'm gonna go over and have my daughter's gonna go play at the park. So that's kind of the plan.
Do people still wear toe socks? I feel like it's not as much of a thing, but they're just so cute and fun. I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys wear toe socks still.
Hi guys. It's another day. Yesterday just flew by. It was, I don't even know. What did I even do yesterday? I was busy like all day. I didn't really talk much or whatnot, but I do have a lot of reading updates. I read a ton last night. I got through a good chunk of my audiobook yesterday. I had like an hour left, and this morning I went for a run and I listened to that audiobook and finished that sucker up. So, lots of fun reading updates for you guys. Let's start with Christmas at the Little Knitting Box. That was my audio. I finished that this morning, and I haven't run it through CAWPILE, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be about a 3-star for me. I felt like the story just didn't really go much of anywhere. Like, I never felt like a climax to it. It was just like, okay, following these people, and I didn't really believe their romance, and like at the end, it just seemed like this grand gesture was just too much because I didn't even feel like they knew each other barely at all. Like, they'd only seen each other like a couple times. I didn't really believe in all of it, and it was just, meh. It could have been a lot better. So, I don't know. I'll run that through CAWPILE and get back to you guys on the official rating there. I'm about 3/4 of the way through Wild at Heart at this point. I'm hoping I should be able to finish that today. And again, going okay. Like, I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it. It is very like just Jonah and Calla's life in Alaska and just kind of their day-to-day, what they're doing and hanging out and just some different stuff. There's part of me that really is enjoying that and just seeing that and their building of their relationship. I can connect with it because it is like a real life, like a lot of the things she's talking about are just real life thoughts and feelings and experiences and, you know, different stuff. I mean, some of it's definitely Alaskan life, so maybe not as real life here, but, you know, she has like a goat, and I used to have goats, and you have to like trim their hooves, they were talking about, and I've done that before, so you know, not maybe a totally relatable thing to everybody, but at other times though, like I can understand, like I remember hearing this from other people, that you feel like Calla is coming off as kind of this bratty, materialistic girl who's just, she just wants to decorate and buy a bunch of stuff with the money that she inherited, and she's not really doing much. She's just whining that she misses Jonah, but it's like, come on, you gotta find your own thing. And I think that's kind of where we're going, though. I think that she's gonna have that character growth, and she's gonna, like, you know, find her way and what she wants to do besides with Jonah, and that she didn't just move to Alaska just to be with him, and then that's all she's gonna do. So I'm just kind of waiting for that, and so hopefully we'll get that going soon. So I'm not really totally sure how I feel about it. There's definitely parts of it that I'm really enjoying, and other parts that I'm like, okay, like maybe it's just a little too long. Like some of it I'm like, okay, we can cut ahead a little bit. I'll have more thoughts on that when I actually finish, which should be soon. As far as to-dos today, I am going to do a lot of planning for some videos. And so yeah, I'm gonna sit down and do that. And then I'm also probably gonna clean house quite a bit. So when I clean house, I usually listen to audiobooks. So I should be able to get through a good chunk of an audiobook today as well. So I'll update you guys more as far as that goes. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah, and then tonight I think we're gonna go and cruise around and check out some Christmas lights, and that'll be really cool and really fun. So hopefully I'll get some good footage of some of that. Okay, well I am gonna go so that I can get started on some of that stuff. Bye. Wanted to hop on really fast. We're middle of the day. I did some planning for my videos tomorrow. Probably going to do a little bit more tonight because I still have a bit more I want to do. But I wanted to get started on cleaning the house, and I figured I'd update you guys because I started a new audiobook. Apparently, I didn't realize that my other audiobook that I had already borrowed from Hoopla, it expired today. Like I went to go and start it and it was like, there's 30 minutes left on your hold. So I ended up getting a different one, and it's like a Christmas and Evergreen, I think is what it's called. I don't remember the author right now. Nancy Nagel, maybe? I don't know. I was looking through a few. So I think that's what it is, but I listened to like a half an hour and are following this girl, and I can't remember her name at the moment. They said her name? I don't know. It's all in her perspective. So she is closing down her veterinary business in this small town, and she's going to move to Washington, D.C. and work for a corporation there. And it's almost Christmas, and so she's about to head out there for the weekend to sign a lease and see her boyfriend who lives out there and kind of start the ball rolling. And then she's coming back for a little bit right after Christmas, and then she's going to move out there with all of her stuff. This little town that she lives in right now, it's like one of those little small towns where you just know everybody, and you know, like you just know all your neighbors. And then her parents like own this little diner. So at this diner, there is a snow globe, and it's like
legend in this town. If you shake it and you wish for what your heart absolutely desires, then it will come true. And so she's shaking it right before she heads out of town. So we don't know what she wished, and that's about as far as I've gotten so far. So we'll see how this one goes, and I'm excited. And I think I probably will finish it today. Between cleaning the house and making dinner, I can listen to the audiobook through most of that. And it's a pretty short audiobook. It's only like 6.5 hours. So, all right. So I'm obviously in bed. Working right now on some stuff on Canva. It's just like a site where I can make some of the YouTube thumbnails and intros and different stuff. So just updating my intro a little bit. And kind of just playing around with some of that stuff. I did a bunch of cleaning earlier and listened to my audiobook and did dinner. So actually, while I was messing around on here, finishing up my audiobook. So Christmas and Evergreen, I think that's what it's called. I just finished. I haven't run it through CAWPILE, but I'm going to guess maybe like a high 3, low 4, somewhere in that kind of range. It was really cute. I really loved all of the fun Christmas activities they did, and the small town vibes were like on point and beautiful, and I really appreciated that. And, obviously it had a little bit of some romance in there, and there were moments when it was maybe a little bit Hallmark cheesy. This was made into a Hallmark movie. So definitely, has that kind of vibe to it. So if you want a good, fun Hallmark type read, I would recommend checking this one out for sure. And so now I have to figure out another audiobook. I totally forgot to mention, I picked up from my library Heartstopper Volume 2 the other day, so I'm hoping to probably get to this in this vlog, although it's not holiday, so I may wait until next week, but I loved the first one of this, and so I'm excited to get to this one. I'm going to start reading Wild at Heart, and I'm hoping to finish that tonight as well. And so tomorrow I will be having to figure out an audiobook and what physical book I want to read as well. So I'll keep you guys updated. Hello, it is a new day. Thursday. I'm out of school, and so my days are all kind of mushing together, and I keep forgetting what day of the week it is. But I am about to do my makeup, and I figured I would do that while I chit-chat with you guys about lots of reading updates. Tons. Also wanted to show off my ugly sweater. I was realizing the other day that I haven't pulled it out yet. It says Meowie Christmas with my little kitty. So I have a ton of reading updates for you guys. We didn't end up doing Christmas lights last night. We decided we're going to do it over the weekend and make more of a night of it. We'll do some hot cocoa. We can do some like candy and not worry about my daughter having to go to school the next day or my husband having to go to work, and just make it a little more fun. So we'll probably do that Saturday night is the plan at this point. But that also meant that I had a lot more reading time. So I finished Wild at Heart, and I ended up giving it a 4-star. The last like third to quarter of the book was so much more of what the Simple Wild was for me. I seriously love Jonah and Calla. They are probably one of my absolute favorite characters or couples. Like, I just think they're the cutest, and I felt like, especially like if we split it into thirds, like the first third felt good. Like we were just setting things up. They were like trying to figure out how they were gonna make the relationship work in Alaska together and what compromises they were gonna make, and they, were buying a house and stuff like that, and it was good. And then the middle third was just like, I just felt like all we were doing was watching Calla buy a bunch of shit for her house, and Jonah was flying everywhere, and it was just, I don't know, it was too long. It was too drawn out. It's too much. We needed to get to more. And then that last third, like, we met Roy, which is their grumpy neighbor. We had briefly met him before, but he really started coming into the story. And him and Jalla. There you go. Jonah and Calla. Jalla. Anyways, him and Calla started kind of hitting it off and, becoming more friends and stuff, but he's still really like grumpy, and so they have like a weird relationship. But it's just fun, and it added a little something to it. Also, you see more of her family coming to visit, and Diana, her best friend, comes and visits, and you see Calla start like getting out of that, I just need to buy all this stuff, but more of like her depth, you know, like she didn't seem so materialistic and shallow, but she was like, okay, what am I actually going to do with myself? The whole multitask while I talk to you and do stuff, I'm not very good at. I guess I need to do this more so I can get better practice. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed a good chunk of it. I just felt like the middle was a little bit long and drawn out. And I know that it kind of needed some of that to get the point across of where we were going with the story, but it didn't need that much of it. So far I have finished 3 books in this week, which is really exciting considering we're only like halfway through, and I have 3 more books that I think I want to try and get through. So right now, this morning, oh my gosh, I went for a jog and it was just glorious. I have been trying to get in the mood to work out and like really like find a way to make it work in my lifestyle. I just miss going for runs, and it's hard because I can't do it when my daughter's home, and I have a very limited time when she is at school to do stuff. So it's been a struggle of like, well, do I, do a workout, but then I'm waiting to take my shower until after that. So like, I mean, it's like 9:30 right now and I'm still not fully ready, and that's like kind of a late start for my day, especially when I have school and stuff going on. Like, I just feel like I'm running through my day too fast, and I'm also running through, like, I don't get a lot of time while she's at school. I end up with like an hour, and then I'm trying to do studying and stuff when she's home, which is fine, but it's harder. It just, I don't know. It's been a little bit of a struggle. I usually start my day pretty early, like 6:45, 7 o'clock. So then I have this chunk of time before I take my daughter to school, in which it's like, okay, I need to figure out how to utilize that time if I'm going to use time while she's at school to work out. But I definitely think it's worth it because, man, I just love going for runs. Like, I just was like, yes, this feels so good. Got my adrenaline moving. Like, oh gosh, it's what I like to do to work out. So anyways, that was a total tangent. I was listening to an audiobook, was where I was going with that. I actually decided to start another Christmas in Evergreen book. So this is the second one, and they're kind of like standalones, but all in our little small town of Evergreen. And this one is Letters to Santa. Wasn't totally sure what audiobook I was going to go for. I didn't have anything else lined up. I was going back and I was like, I really want that small town vibe that I was getting from it. So I decided to start this next one. So I didn't really go into the small town, I guess, as much as I wanted to, I don't think, in the updates. The little small town is just like super Christmassy. Like, their little welcome sign into the town has Santa on it, and they have a diner that's called the Kris Kringle Kitchen, and all of their food is like, Christmassy named and stuff. And in this particular book, we didn't talk about this one in the last one, but there's a little Daisy's Country Store, and unfortunately the owner passed away, so it's been closed. But our main character, Lisa, she used to live in this town when she was younger, and she went to, that was like one of her favorite stores, and there was a letterbox thing for Santa's letters there, and she would always go and put her Santa's letters in there. And there's like 5 Christmas tree lots. It's just like this cute little Christmassy town. It snows every year. They do this huge Christmas Eve festival. Like, it's just, the cutest little quaint small town that's perfect for Christmas. So I kind of just wanted to go back there, and so now I'm following Lisa. Lisa stages like stores and that kind of thing, and that's her job. And when she was a kid, she lived in Evergreen, and she still remembers it, but they moved away when she was 7. And she's always wanted to go back and have Christmas there. And so they end up finishing their job like a little bit before Christmas, and so she takes this year to actually go back. And on the way in, she sees Kevin stuck on the side of the road with his old truck, and she goes over to help him. And Kevin is kind of the contractor. He comes back to the town every year, but he doesn't live there either. He used to live there, I think, previously as well when he was a kid. And so they end up finding out about Daisy's store, and they're going to stage the store together so that it can be sold. And so they are working together on that project. And so guessing, you know, we're gonna have a little romance with them. So that is my audiobook. I almost started this last night, but my husband was like, your reading light's too bright, and he was having a hard time getting to sleep. And it was already like 10 or 10:30 or something. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep so I actually get some rest. So my next read is gonna be This Time Next Year. This guy here by Sophie Cousins. I think it's Cousins. And this one, it says, how many chances to meet your perfect match? So basically what I know of this one so far is that we follow Minnie, and she was born on New Year's Day in 30 years ago. And so it's her 30th birthday coming up. It's like New Year's Eve when we start out of 2019. And she was born second in this hospital, moments after the other baby. I don't know his name yet. We haven't met him. But basically, they were both born like in the same hospital, and there was like a big prize thing for the first baby born in the new 2020 year. And then Minnie just feels like since then she's always second best. And I think it's Quinn is the other guy's name. And even that baby like stole her name, I guess, or something. I don't know. So they end up actually running into each other at this New Year's Eve party, and then they keep running into each other or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like a romance that ends up happening between the two of them. Like I said, I haven't really started this. This is just my general synopsis of that one. So yeah, gonna be reading this one. I also mentioned that I got Heartstopper Volume 2 from my library, so I'm super excited to read this one. And I know it's not a Christmassy book, but it's like a graphic novel that'll be an hour of reading, and I will just melt in gush, and it'll be wonderful. So I'm going to use one of my favorites, Sultry by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I also want to read Forever Wild by K.A. Tucker. And this is the novella that comes after Wild at Heart. The main reason I was reading Wild at Heart was to get to this little novella, because it is like a little holiday time novella. And so I figured that would be perfect for this time of year. And I think it's only like 150 pages or something like that, so I should be able to get through that. So that's kind of my goals. I guess I have like four different books I am going to try to get through on this vlog in the next few days, which I think is doable. Like I already finished off 3, and we're halfway through the week, and 2 of the next books are pretty short. Like I have a graphic novel, and then I have a novella, and then I also have my audiobook, which isn't very long, and I'm already pretty far into it. So yeah, I'm feeling good about that. That would be like 7 books in this vlog, which would be crazy. So otherwise today I am planning on doing some filming, and I need to edit a video and get it up today because it's Thursday. I've been putting videos up every Tuesday and Thursday, but I think I'm going to change it to Mondays and Thursdays because I don't feel like my Tuesday videos do very well. They always seem to kind of flop, and then it's a little more spread out in the week too, which makes more sense anyways. So that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as that goes. So I'm going to be having a video going up here later today. And I think other than like some filming and editing stuff, I'm going to be like doing these videos and looking like a weirdo because my makeup's going to be a mess and a half. Oh my goodness. All right, I had to just finish up my eyes without talking before I just made a total disaster of them. Okay, all done with the makeup. I'm done updating you guys on reading.
All right, guys, I just wanted to say hi. I don't have any reading updates because I've been filming all morning, but I'm about to do some editing, so I figured I'd bring you along. I got my favorite food in the world, baked potatoes, happening right here. Put a little bit of butter, some cheese, and this wonderful mix of salt, pepper, and garlic powder that I get all mixed together. Oh my gosh, this stuff is perfect because you literally put that on everything. So I put just a smidge of that in there. I've got coffee. I've got water. I'm set to go. We're going to get today's video edited and put up, and I'm hoping one more video edited at least, and possibly to work on some of this vlog, so I'm caught up there. Also, I don't know why, but this is going to become a part of this vlog. I want to share with you guys all of my toe socks. So, today's toe socks are these lovely little Christmas tree guys. Doot, doot, a doot. Back from dropping my daughter off at school, and it is cold outside. The car was frozen. Everything's just frozen. I just want it to be summer again. Definitely not a winter person. I realized though that I really haven't gotten a shot in front of the Christmas tree, so I figured we would update here, and I have quite a bit of reading updates. So yesterday, in the evening, after I filmed and edited most of the day, that's just what I did most of the day, I did quite a bit of reading. I decided that I wanted to do the graphic novel Heartstopper Volume 2 and then read Forever Wild last night. So I did both of those things. Oh, I also painted my nails, and I listened to my audiobook while I was painting my nails, but I didn't listen to a lot, so I don't really have an update there yet. But Heartstopper Volume 2, oh, so cute. This one was definitely a 4-star for me. I absolutely love Nick and Charlie. Like, they are just the cutest ever, and I love their story. And, you know, Charlie's kind of coming to terms with his sexuality. He's not totally sure about it. Or Charlie, not Charlie, Nick. And Charlie is, you know, so patient with him, and they're just both super sweet to each other, and, you know, trying to figure out what friends are really friends and which ones aren't, and that kind of thing. So definitely a really cute little series, and I'm going to continue for sure. So I also read Forever Wild, like I said. I just was very much wanting to get into more Calla and Jonah, and I had a feeling it was going to just kind of pick up where Wild at Heart had left off, because it was right before the holiday season where we left off in that book, and it really did. So this little novella was just all about them during Christmas time. Their families came to visit, so both sets of parents, and then also Agnes and Mabel, which were kind of Calla's father's family in a lot of ways, and kind of became Jonah and Calla's family, even if they're not blood related. So I just thought it was really sweet and nice to have all of them together. We also got to have more of Roy, and he is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters in that series. I just love him. He's got this rough, gruff exterior, but inside you can just tell he's very caring and sweet. And I just love him and Calla's bantering relationship. It's very father-daughter-ish. So that was really fun, and yeah,
that's kind of my updates there. I did give that one a 5-star. Since it was shorter, like we just kind of got to the meat of it, got to see a lot of our favorite characters. We had, a couple big moments and exciting moments. There's like a point I don't want to give it away because it's such a small book, but I just was like, I need to know what's happening right now. What is this? So I really enjoyed it. Very, very cute. So I was planning on starting this first before I read those, but haven't done that. So this will be next up on the docket as far as reading goes. But today is going to be another day like yesterday where I do some filming and some more editing. And that's just kind of going to be what we've got going on. Hey guys, I'm not going to do a huge update here, but I just finished filming a couple videos and I'm kind of nervous and excited about them. They are a little different than what I usually do, but I hope you guys will go check them out. I'm doing like a bookish award show type style and just having a bunch of different categories where I talk about 2 books within those categories that I think would win. And I just, I did it a little different than I usually would. It's not anything like crazy different, but they're kind of fun. And I hope you guys check them out if you're watching this. And they should be coming out shortly after this one. So anyways, I just got done doing that. And the other thing I wanted to update you guys on was that I just realized that after reading last night, I've hit 99 books. So my next book that I finish will be book 100 for the year, which is super incredible and amazing. I didn't think I would read that many books in a year. I have never read that many books in a year. And I think it's majorly due to BookTube and becoming a part of this community. And I'm just inspired to read these books. And I'm finding out about so many more books that I want to read. I have the biggest TBR I've ever had in my life. And so, yeah, thank you to all of you guys in the BookTube community and world. Because you made me get to 100 books in a year, which is super phenomenal. So, well, not yet, but it's gonna happen because well, hello, people. So it's Saturday evening. I haven't really talked much to you guys today. Just kind of had a pretty chill Saturday. Did a little bit of chores. Sorry if you can hear my husband. He's playing his video games. And we just finished watching the Santa Claus 3. So we're gonna go do some driving around Christmas lights and Christmas music in the car, and probably do some hot cocoa here in a few minutes. And so I just wanted to say hey for the day. Not a whole lot happened. Last night I read a little bit. I am on about page 70 in here. I mean, not a ton's happened. There's a New Year's Eve party, and our 2 main characters, Minnie and Quinn, ran into each other. And now it's January 2nd, and Quinn is bringing over his car to help Minnie with her business because their car got booted, and so she needs it though to deliver all the meals that she makes. So we'll see where things go from here. Not totally sure yet. I'm not like super invested in it yet, but it's still early, so we'll see. And I went through a little bit more of my audiobook today as well. I've got a couple hours left. And it's going okay. There's some like communication issues, which I was like, this is stupid. They should have just talked. So I was kind of like, lot of talking this weekend. I was mostly just trying to hang out and spend some time with my family. And so here we are. It's Monday morning, trying to finish up this vlog so I can get it up today. Hoping this lighting's okay. My ring light is just really not working so well, as you guys saw. So I'm trying to use the window, hence why we're in front of my other bookshelf here. But I did over the weekend end up finishing both the books I was working on. So this time next year, I have here, and then also Christmas and Evergreen Letters to Santa. So starting with This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousins. This one was really cute. I enjoyed my time reading it, and I flew through most of it in like a day. I read probably like 70% of this in one of the days, and then a little bit Friday and a little bit this morning. I just needed to finish off like 50 pages because it was like midnight and I was like, okay, I gotta go to sleep. So this one I did end up giving 3 stars. I would say that it was a pretty high 3 stars when I put it through CAWPILE, which if you guys want to learn more about that rating system, you can check out a link I'll put down below. So this book kind of follows Minnie and Quinn as we kind of go back to a bunch of different New Year's Eves and see that their lives kind of intersected way more than they realized. We also Minnie and Quinn both have some relationship issues and self-esteem issues and some different stuff that they're kind of working through during the course of this book, because we all also are following the 2020 year and several different points in which they're kind of getting together. And I mean, there's a little bit of romance happening between them, but it's definitely a very, very slow build, and it's more about the two of them working on themselves and getting themselves ready to actually have a relationship, and also Minnie's curse of always being very unlucky on New Year's Eve and all of New Year's Day. So it was cute overall. So overall, it ended up at a 3-star, but I would say a higher 3-star. It was almost to the 4-star range. It's kind of hard because the next book that I'm talking about ended up in a 3-star too, but it ended up definitely towards the low end of the 3-star, almost a 2-star. But then like these both are considered in the same category of 3-star. But to me, like This Time Next Year was way better. To me, This Time Next Year was way better than Christmas and Evergreen Letters to Santa, where I felt like that one almost should have ended up at a 2. Sorry if there's a bunch of background noise. It is definitely a little harder to film some of this stuff now that the Munchkin is home for the holidays. So, Christmas and Evergreen Letters to Santa. I think what really saved this was the atmosphere. I definitely rated the atmosphere high because I loved the little Christmas town and the vibes that I really got off this cute small town. Where it really fell flat was, like, this had the trope of bad communication in a relationship that just, like, I thought maybe the first time it happened, I was like, okay, well, we're going to go down a different avenue. It's just, we're going to graze past that. But no, it just kept happening. Like, literally, Kevin just kept listening in on conversations Lisa was having with other people or misconstruing stuff, and then he wouldn't talk to her, and then we'd have an issue. And it was just like, seriously? Are you guys adults? Like, I don't know. So I wasn't very thrilled about that, and so that just really brought down my feelings towards this one compared to the first one, which I thought there was better communication going on. So I don't know. Anyways, so that's kind of my thoughts on that one really fast. So let's run through the other 5 books I read. So I read 7 books in this vlog, which is insane. Oh, and This Time Next Year was my 100th book. So that's really exciting. So I'm at 101 with the audiobook I finished. So I also finished audiobook-wise Christmas and Evergreen, the first one, and that one was a 3 out of 5. And then I also finished Christmas at the Little Knitting Box, which was 3 out of 5. Oh, and then I finished Wild at Heart by K.A. Tucker. That one was 4 stars, and Forever Wild by K.A. Tucker, and that one was 5 stars. So overall, I had 1 5-star, 1 4-star, and 5 3-stars. So kind of average reading on most of these holiday books. Maybe they're not like totally my favorite, awesome cup of tea, but it's kind of fun for the holidays to read some fun holiday reads as well. I definitely am excited to be picking up my next couple books that won't be holiday, but I also enjoyed my reading time during the holiday season. So, you know, I can be definitely a little bit of a seasonal reader, and I'm okay with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you stuck around to this point, then that is amazing, because I know this is a very long vlog. But if you guys did stick around and you want to, definitely subscribe, and you can definitely check out my Instagram and my Goodreads, which will be linked down below. And I hope you guys are having a really wonderful holiday season. I will talk to you guys later. Oh wow, I totally forgot. I also finished Heartstopper Volume 2 and gave this one a 4-star as well. I really enjoy this series. So yeah, bye again.